are you? I've texted him like 40 times.
He's trapped inside Jasmine's house, Logan reminded her. Where we left him.
They'd called their friend Blue to distract Jasmine while they snuck out of her house with the last missing griffin cub. But given her crush on Blue, Logan wasn't entirely sure Jasmine would ever let him leave.
We might have to mount a follow-up rescue mission,
he tried to joke, but Zoe looked too devastated to smile. Logan shifted uncertainly. He was no good at comforting people. Then glanced up at the house. A large, furry shape was lumbering down the hill toward them.
Here comes someone who might cheer you up, he said.
No one can cheer me up right now, Zoe said. Nothing and no one, and... She let out a little shriek as the mammoth came up behind her, wrapped its trunk around her waist, and lifted her off the ground.
Well, Captain Fuzzbutt is willing to try,
said Logan. Zoe patted the captain's trunk until he put her down, and then she turned and hugged him. All right, maybe you, she said. I can't believe Pelly's really gone. Do you think it's our fault? We should have protected her better. But from what? I can't even imagine. It doesn't seem real. She leaned into the mammoth's thick brown fur. What if Snappa decides we're terrible caretakers and shuts down the menagerie? Fuzzbutt, if they revoke our license and relocate all the creatures, I might never see you again. Her pet mammoth gently wrapped his trunk around her again and patted her on the back.
They wouldn't do that,
Logan said, almost more to reassure himself than her. Not that he knew anything, really, about the Supernatural Animal Protection Agency. He'd learned about it only in the last 2 days, despite the fact that apparently his mother had worked for them as a mythical creature tracker his whole life. Or at least she had, up until 6 months ago, when she disappeared into thin air. They definitely would, Zoe said. They closed that Amazon menagerie not too long ago. Snappa's whole job is to make sure we keep the animals safe, and obviously we just failed. This, on top of the jackalope my sister's boyfriend nearly ran off with, and the Chinese dragon that went missing on its way here. She trailed off.
The one they think my mom stole,
he finished for her. I know she didn't, Zoe said. We'll prove them wrong. But the point is, Snappa has a lot of reasons not to like us. I bet they'd love to shut us down. Logan didn't know what he would do if he lost the menagerie now. Zoe Kahn and Blue Murvy were the only friends he'd met since moving to Xanadu, Wyoming, and helping them find the griffin cubs had made him feel happy for the first time in months. The fact that he was the only one who could hear Squarp and the other griffin cubs also made him feel like working with these creatures was his destiny. Like he was born to be a tracker or a menagerie caretaker. Most important, if Zoe's theory was right, this place might be his only chance to find his mom. I need you to sign these, said a voice behind him. Logan turned and saw that Melissa Murvy, Blue's mom, had followed Fuzzbutt down from the house. She was holding out a silver pen and a clipboard full of papers. Her blonde hair was as smooth as shiny metal, and in her pressed suit, she looked, as usual, ready for a business meeting. Never mind that it was breakfast time on a Sunday morning. Logan said.
Me?
Of course you, said Melissa. Unless there's someone else I'm supposed to conjure up an entire set of papers for out of nowhere. Earlier that morning, Zoe's dad had told the Snappa agents that Logan was a new hire, which was probably one of the coolest things that had ever happened to Logan. The agents had asked to see his paperwork before they left, but in the chaos of Pelly's murder, surely they'd forget, wouldn't they? Then again, it probably wasn't a good idea to argue, given the look on Melissa's face. He took the pen and flipped through the papers, signing at each of the little sticky tabs without reading any of it. There was an awful lot of small print.